everybody. Welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys, and this is your weekly pick a card reading. Today, I thought I'd use the Queens from the Modern Witch Tarot as your cards of choice. Your first card is group one is the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Coins. And your crystal, your stone of choice is Pyrite. Group two is the Queen of Swords. And your stone is blue lace agate. Group three is the Queen of Wands. And your stone is green calcite. And group four is the Queen of Cups. And your stone is rose quartz. So choose on the basis of the stones, the stone that appeals to you, or on the basis of the queen that you feel calls to you. And I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, group one. You've chosen the Queen of Coins and the Queen of Coins with Pyrite. And both those are about abundance and stability and finances. So it's possible your reading will be about that pentacle there, that big gold pentacle. You can see that I wanted to call her the Empress, but the Queen of Coins is also about fertility with that rabbit there. So let's see what comes up for you. Let's see. Let me get more incense. I like to light my incense from both. From both candles. I'm doing the readings 4, 1, 2, 3, and then next week I'll start at 1, 2, 3, 4. In the following 2, 3, 4, 1, just so that I can make sure. I tend to spend more time in the first group. So, although I seem to get it right last week. So. Oh, wow. Goodness me. Hey? You see that, right? Gosh. That's 3 2s. Ooh, choices. Up beneath the deck, you have the moon in the reverse. So there's some, wow, okay. So let me just show you all your cards at once. You have the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords, Cups, Wands. The Hanged Man in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the World, the 6 of Wands in the reverse, and the Strength card in reverse. So interesting. Okay, with your 3 2s here, 3 2s, I feel what I'm getting from this is that you are in deep indecision about something. There's something you are needing to make a choice about, but unable to do so. It could be regarding 2 jobs, 2 projects, 2 people, 2 courses of study. I feel it might be 2 people, or perhaps for some of you, it's about loud. Monkeys raiding. Yeah, so there's something I feel this reading is saying that you need to make a choice about something. And I only say that because of the rest of the cards, and including these cards. There's such a strong sense of needing to make a choice, you know? You just think about it. Yeah, there's a need for movement on something. And then if you look at these 3 cards, the Hanged Man, it's like, with the Hanged Man, it's like there's something you need to sacrifice and you are not willing to. That's what I feel, beloveds. I'm not into the whole, sometimes we do need to give something up for another, So that's the reading that I'm getting. Even though I'm hesitant to say it, but that's what I'm getting. No, with the 8 of coins, it's like perhaps you've been reluctant because it's something you've built up all the time, like the spider. But the web is the 8 of coins is upside down, so maybe the web is frayed, it's not serving its purpose anymore, something like that, Likewise with the 10 of coins, that's the ultimate family fulfillment life, So you think about that. And then your in your last row, you have the world. Now, the world kind of throws me a little, but we'll read it the other way and we'll get clarifiers. Actually, it's not throwing me, it makes sense. It's like something has come to an end, but you are unwilling to make a choice. And the choice can simply be letting this go. It's come to a completion. It's served its purpose. It's not a failure to let it go. To me, it feels like the right thing. I'm feeling that you, who might feel like letting it go, is like saying that it was a failure with the 6 of, it wasn't a victory. It's not. Like letting something go opens, if something is not working and you let it go, it opens up for something new. It opens up for more pleasant experiences. I'll just give an example here of me and my ex-husband. Our relationship was not working as partners, in a marriage. And it works so beautifully now. Of course, we had to go through the pain because we are socialized to thinking we own each other, kind of thing. And we had to go through all the pain of that separation. But in the end, we have such an amazing partnership now that is built on friendship. It's based on friendship. We have a friendship partnership, should I say, we work together, his family, my family, his new family, and we are, I would say, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So we have a different kind of partnership, a different kind, it's a friendship. And so it opened the door for that because that was not working in that form. No, we were not meant to. We had completed a beautiful cycle. We have our son, Luke, and he's just the most precious thing. But that cycle ended, completed, and it served its purpose. And I believe we were both richly rewarded in that, through the marriage, through that relationship as it was. And now we have a new relationship, one that involves other people and other things, and just a different way of being. We work together, we are friends, and that's just the way it is. But had we held on, possibly we might hate each other now. We might have a child who was so anxious because he had two parents who didn't, he had an example of a marriage that was not happy. And that's it. I'm not going to answer now. And then you have the strength card, the beautiful lion. Look at it. The lion carrying a rose. Wow. This one is so much about ego. It's saying so much about how strength can be gentle, about ego and how we can embrace our ego, embrace our base nature as well. But that's in the reverse, right? But I'm going to read it the other way. So something that didn't look like a victory is in fact a victory, even though we are not letting go. We are not seeing, the strength card also looks like the victory card in the original. It's a person, the person on the lion, and I'm actually thinking of a different deck, but yeah, that's what's coming to mind. But you're not seeing the victory. There's something about ego as well that's involved here, like holding on for ego reasons, for family, for what people will say, for your notion of what marriage is supposed to be, something like that. So there's the indecision, and it's linked to you not looking at this in a new way. I think the sacrifice that you need to make is something here. I know I used marriage as the key thing, but it could be one field of study for another. You could have started on one path and said, I want to be a lawyer, and there are a whole lot of expectations on you being that lawyer, and now halfway through your studies you really are unhappy and you're not sure you want to do it, but society, your parents, whatever, and you are telling yourself, I started something, I need to complete it, something like that. And even if it's a project of yours, you are hesitant to let it go and move in a different direction, even if it's just for now. It could be that finances play a role in whatever this is. So, for example, you starting another field of study and you don't have the finances, but there's something that you need to do, some energy checking in around this Hanged Man. I think the Hanged Man is really important for you to think about different alternatives, the different possibilities. I think that you need to work with the Hanged Man for the week ahead. We have the Two of Cups. So this thing might be very emotionally draining. This whole indecision, undecidedness is emotionally draining for you. And I think that it's because you keep looking at this as, I worked so hard on this and now I'm letting it go, I'm a failure. That's all I can say about that role. And then with the Two of Wands, the 10 of Coins, and the Strength card, let me think about that for a sec. I think you are telling yourself that finances are a problem. They might well be, but I feel like you haven't exhausted all possibilities, which is where the Hanged Man comes in. And I feel like there's something to do with ego, with winning, maybe with not using it's like using the negative aspect of ego. You are turning your beast in on yourself and on the situation. You are looking at it from a negative perspective. That's what I'm saying. And I do think that finances are a big thing here, are a factor. Wow. Then you get the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. No, Knight of Cups. I can see the cup there. Come on. We are in the time of Pisces, so it's still, there's a lot of emotions maybe going around, we might be feeling things quite emotionally, quite deeply, should I say. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So to me, it feels like there's this new beginning that wants to happen, and you are holding on to an old way of thinking. But this new way requires like an innocence with your Page of Cups. It requires you to look at things afresh and be brave, emotionally brave. To be emotionally I had a word and it went. Exploratory. To be brave enough to explore something new. That's what I'm seeing. So you can apply it however it works for you. So that's what I feel. And I think that your Hanged Man is the key to you opening up those brave doors within. Now let's see advice. Although that feels a lot like advice for me. The Ace of Swords. Wow. And you know what? In this deck, there's also another number which suggests the major arcana as well. And this is the Hanged Man. It's the 12. It's the number of the Hanged Man. So funny. I was thinking if the Hanged Man comes again, it's definitely, yeah. Your Hanged Man is your precursor to your clarity. That's what I see. And there's this thing of this is Ace. I keep thinking it's a page. Yeah, but it's your precursor to your absolute clarity. So I think that you need to be working with the Hanged Man. The High Priestess. There you go. That's another 2 people. That's another 2 beloveds, That's awesome. It's like you are being led to some higher guidance for yourself in this situation. There you go. Wow. And I was just contemplating this card earlier without saying it. There's the Fool in reverse there, but the Fool in the upright here. Well, this is your guidance. So I feel you are being guided. Something's completed and you are not wanting to accept it, but you're being guided to look at it from a different perspective. Look at all these things that I've spoken about from a different perspective. Whether it's letting go of money worries, and the Hanged Man, the traditional has, they are upside down and then a coin, like there's a coin dropping out in one of the depictions. So it's like you really do need to give up something. There's something that you need to sacrifice, a way of thinking, a way of thinking definitely, but around something that you need to let go of and move on from. That's what I feel. And your doing that is leading you to some inner wisdom around this situation. Your Hanged Man is going to lead you, working with the Hanged Man will lead you to this clarity and some insight, But yeah, you will, through the Hanged Man, get some insight so that you can start a new journey. You will get answers through working with the Hanged Man. So how can you work with the Hanged Man? I don't think the bat is the best depiction, but you could imagine yourself as the Hanged Man. But I think that what you need to think about is this situation and what are the other ways you can look at it. If it's money, that's a blockage. What are the other possibilities? I think brainstorming that, but also sitting in meditation and saying, show me different perspectives. How else can I see this? But I also think there needs to be, you need to check in on your perspectives and your beliefs about the way things should be, you know, what's right and what's wrong, because I think it's holding you, it's keeping you stuck. Okay, beloved group 1, I hope that helps. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful reading, and please let me know how that worked out for you. And I send you lots of love for the week ahead, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 2. Sorry, I got water went down the wrong. Welcome back, group 2. So you've chosen the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords is being quite mysterious, right? Like she doesn't want to be seen. But I think that the Queen of Swords is talking about communication. So perhaps you are concerned about something that needs clarity, you know, and open and honest communication. Also with the blue lace agate, it's about the throat chakra. That came up for group 4. Beneath the deck, you have the 10 of Cups, which is like complete satisfaction and happy emotional situation. So let me just show you. Let me see, do you see it better that way? So you have the Temperance card, you have the Sun, you have the 3 of Cups in reverse, you have the 3 of Coins in reverse, the 6 of Coins in reverse, the 5 of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the 9 of Wands upright, the Death card upright, and the Chariot in reverse. So let me just take a moment. So I think a key thing you are dealing with is patience. Patience in some situation related to emotions, maybe. You know, you have the 3 of Cups there, and you have the 3 of Coins. So some partnership, it feels like, is not feeling joyful. It's not feeling like a partnership. It's like there's not balance in the giving and taking, which that Temperance card is about as well. And you have right beneath it the 6 of Coins, which is about balance. And obviously that balance isn't happening. The 5 of Cups. Yeah. There's something that's not satisfying you here emotionally. Let me just think about this 5 of Cups here. Yeah, but it's needing balance. Okay. So the Six of Coins, there's a lack of balance. And it's maybe causing you to feel quite emotional. And also be stuck, you know, unable to make a movement forward. Yeah, interesting. Let's see what comes up with the rest of the cards. They also always reveal more. There's some place where you need to be standing up for yourself. In this situation, perhaps you need to be asking for more freedom, not freedom, oh gosh, why did I say that? But maybe that's it. But more fairness, more communication, more balance. Maybe perhaps you give a lot and are not receiving the same in return or feeling that way. With the Death card, something's ending. And with the Chariot, perhaps you want it to move on quickly, but it's maybe happening slowly, maybe too slowly for your liking. With the Temperance there, and the Six of Coins, and the Nine of Wands, yes, something needs to come into balance. Okay, you either need to be more patient with something, finding its balance, and stand up for that something. So that could be in a relationship. There's some similarities with group 4 here, something about maybe a project or a relationship or some choice that you made, needing to find balance. But either, okay, there's two possibilities. You need to be standing up for yourself in this situation and saying, I want fairness, I want more balance. It could also be saying, be patient, balance is coming. So I would imagine in a relationship, if you are giving too much, then this is important, where you need to speak your mind and be honest about what's fair and what's not fair, and stand up for yourself. But in a project, for example, perhaps you thought this was all that, and it looks like it's not all that, but it's somehow you need to still stand up for everything you've worked for. Trust that what you've worked hard on will bear fruit, kind of thing. And perhaps you're not trusting that right now. Let's see. Three of Cups, Five of Cups, and the Release, the 13, the Death card. Yeah, it's like there's a feeling of something is not working, and yet there's this dithering about whether it's over or not. But something's ending, something's definitely ending with the Death card there, because something's not been happy. There's been like this feeling of not celebration, no celebration. And it's because I think that there's been a lack of collaboration and fairness, which has led to you feeling quite stuck, not being able to move forward. So let's get some clarifiers for you too, with your Queen of Swords energy. Like very much about honesty, you know, so I feel like there's a need for plain talk. Death again, upright. That is so interesting. Judgment in the reverse. Wow. Gosh. You know, I work so hard to get this just right, and then one little bump. I'm hoping this way makes it easier to read, to see the cards, you know. I hate it when you can't see the cards nicely. Let's see. I'm going to take this one because it wanted to show itself to me. Daughter of Cups. That's the beneath the surface, beneath the deck, we have the High Priestess, which I would associate with the Queen of Swords. It's that this is the hidden, and the Queen of Swords is asking for clarity, and the High Priestess does give clarity when we are ready for it. We get it, but it's a deep process, it doesn't just happen. So you get the Death card. So definitely something's coming to an end. Judgment in the reverse. To me, judgment in the upright would be saying like something is being renewed, something is having a rebirth. But in the reverse, I think that something is over. And it might be in relation to something that felt maybe innocent and sweet. The Daughter of Cups. Emotionally, it was new and nice, it felt good. I don't know. It's almost like something ended before it even took off the ground. I might be, that might be one interpretation. That could be one way of seeing it, or one way it plays out. Wow, very interesting group 2. Okay, let's see what advice there is for you, group 2. I know the one thing I think you must let this death happen, whatever it is. I feel like this standing up for yourself is so important, and speaking your mind, speaking your truth is very important. Maybe before you let go of this thing, you need to have your say. It feels to me like you haven't been able to have your say. So that wanted to come out earlier. That's the 4 of Wands. Something about stability. Working towards, let's see what comes up. Working towards your stability. The Hierophant again came out the last, and the Hermit. Wow. What's this? The Tower. Goodness. Okay, so let's take these 4. Wow, 3 major arcana here. Wow, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana, and in 3 more. Something really big going on for you, group 2. There's definitely a death, an ending, a complete ending. It feels like a complete ending of something. Wow. It's probably something that you had a lot of patience for, that you gave a lot into. And now you are feeling defensive, and so you should be. But I feel like you need to speak your mind in this situation before you walk away, because I feel like you are walking away. You might have felt curtailed from walking away, blocked, but it feels like an ending is coming, whether you like it or not, in a way, because we have the 4 of Wands, which is about stability. So perhaps you felt this was something stable, or it could be advising you, because this is advice, saying you need to walk towards this death, which, by the way, is a 4 card. That's just amazing. So this death, it could be the death of the stable thing, or a death being the necessary thing to move towards your stability. It really feels like something's ended or ending, coming to an end. And somehow you need to be willing to let it go with the Tower there. Right? Because if you don't, then the Tower comes and lets it end, makes it end in a harsh way, in a way, if you kick and scream, holding on. I don't know. then with the Hierophant and the Hermit, it's the Hermit for me is so clear. The Hierophant, the Hierophant is about this knowledge, some knowledge. I feel like there's some, whatever's happened, beloveds, whatever's happened, this thing that didn't work out, you have learned a lot. You've got a lot of knowledge from it. Deep knowledge, a lot of book stuff. So it could be a course of study that's ended. It could, you know, with the Queen of Swords, it might be something that required a lot of discussion or throat chakra stuff like words and honesty and communication, right? But it seems to be coming to an end or have come to an end, or you are being encouraged to let it go. With the Death there, I think it's not even that. I think it's happening. But with the with the Hierophant here, I feel it's been such a powerful lesson. It's been such a powerful growth for you. It's given you so much knowledge that you might not even know that you have. You know, with the Judgment card there in the reverse, I think that you might not be acknowledging how much this has taught you. So maybe that's something that you could do. But I feel what is key is this Hermit going within. For the week ahead, I feel the Hermit is guiding you to go within, see your, maybe do an assessment of how much this thing, what value it's brought to you. Because it's like you need to do a bit of a stock take so that you can see all the value that it's given you. So you don't undervalue who you are. Let's say it's study and you are leaving a course of study, you've ended university, or you are leaving a job or a relationship. I think that you need to do a stock take. I think you need to let it go. But I think that your Hermit, the going within, trusting your inner light is the key. It's the key to uncovering what your lessons have been, what you have learned, tangible and intangible. So what have I learned? What are the skills that I've learned from this job or whatever the situation? What are the emotional, how have I grown emotionally? How have I grown as a human? I think that's your way of helping you through this change, is to acknowledge all of that. And, you know, with the Queen of Swords here, I don't want to exclude, the queens are powerful, right? And this queen is powerful in her being so discerning in saying what's truth and what's not truth. And I think that the queen here is the Judgment card. Now, if I even look at those wings there, oh, wow, look how much it's the same thing there. Can you see that? Wow, I hadn't even thought of that, but look at that. I mean, in this Judgment card, it's exactly that. So I think that you, maybe the journaling, but like, I think that this week ahead, you can do some deep inner work, just using the Judgment, the Queen of Swords as your guide, and the Hermit, using the Hermit, but with you embodying the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of power in this Queen of Swords, in all the queens, but hers is that ability to cut through the crap, to say this is truth and this is not. You can see, like, she's like Solomon from the Bible. Like, that's right and that's wrong, and you know, but that's what you're needing. And along with it, I think that the blue lace agate is to communicate, to say, to leave something with a clear communication. Okay, right, I've done this assessment, I'm moving on now, I've done this, goodbye, and here are my reasons, or whatever the case might be. Maybe there's just a need, you feel the need to be clear on those. And it might even just be for yourself, but there's this communication aspect that's strong. And this book knowledge, knowledge is the word. It's not wisdom, it's knowledge. What have I learned? and using the helmet. Okay, group 2. I send you lots of love for the week ahead. Your reading's beautiful. It's so deep. And I hope you make meaning from it. I hope it has meaning for you. Please share and let me know. I send you lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, group 3. You chose the Queen of Wands and the screen Calcite. So I would associate this with abundance, with creativity, with abundance and creativity. So maybe that's what is on your heart at the moment. Let's see. And maybe even confidence, something that you're needing to be confident about. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to come out. 2 of Coins. Daughter of Cups. And the Temperance. Temperance has come out for 3 decks, for three of you, but you have it in the reverse. So something about balance. Have you been out of balance? Wow. Sure. Beneath the deck, you have the Devil. Powerful energy of going within. Let's see, beloveds. Could be that you are a Capricorn or an Earth sign, or dealing with. Because there is the Son of Coins here, Son of Pentacles, and there's the Daughter. There might be 2 players in this. Oh, and the Mother of Swords, and the Son of Cups. Oh my. So you've got 4 people energies. Possible. The only one you don't have is fire, and that's Sag there. And the Queen of Wands, of course, is your card of choice. So let's see. So there's this card of finding balance, but perhaps struggling to find balance with something that's emotional. Yeah, it might be you are trying to find balance in an emotional situation with someone or people. I see maybe some concern about money, like something is very unstable, and it might be this emotional relationship. The Son of Coins is that slow mover. It's the Knight of Coins. And in the reverse, it might be this temptation to move fast on something. Perhaps you moved too quickly on something and it caused some instability. That's a possibility, especially with the 2 of Wands there as well. In the reverse, could also suggest that something happened too quickly and causing instability. Mother of Swords, Queen of Wands, a sword, eagle eye, owl eye. But in this case, maybe there was some deception. 5 of Cups again, like in deception in an emotional situation. With the Son of Cups also in reverse. Maybe some lies. Oh gosh, I'm not sure. This is a bit, yours is the first reading. That's quite confounding. It feels very like a relationship, right? It could be a work relationship or a relationship with a teacher, a lecturer, a student, whatever. So there's this trying to find balance. And perhaps that trying to find balance is between 2 very different people, one older, one younger. It could be in a family matter, like a parent and a child, one being impetuous and the other one being dishonest, maybe, with the Mother of Swords in the reverse. Son of Coins in the reverse. Recklessness, maybe recklessness with finances and dishonesty. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling here, or what I'm getting from this. It's like an offer that didn't lead anywhere, an emotional offer that didn't lead anywhere, and it's caused a lot of imbalance. What more can I say? That's what the cards are saying, you know. Wow, it's caused a lot of imbalance here. It feels a bit painful, sad. Group 3. Actually, I'm seeing, and perhaps this calcite is talking about heart healing. Maybe this is a nice stone, or one like this, like with this green energy to use with your heart, because this doesn't feel pleasant. Use the other deck to get clarifiers. Wow. Wow. Gosh, I'm not even. Okay, this feels very unpleasant, like lies, deceit. Wow, and something not ending, you know. With the world in reverse, it's like a lack of that wholeness. You've got the world in reverse and the 10 of coins in reverse there. So like a lack, something not giving fulfillment at all. And with the 5 of Swords, I feel like deception and game playing. Wow. I'm sorry, group 3. This is quite a painful reading, feels like. And I think with the 4 of Swords, it's caused you to go within. That's what I'm seeing, because I'm not seeing that as advice. It's more like this, whatever the situation is, maybe work or lovership, there's been deception, there's been lack of truth talk. And let's see what advice we have for you, beloveds. Too many cards there. You know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to draw from the Modern Witch Tarot for advice. Let's get another different energy in here, hey? The last group. So, look at that. The 3 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. Well, the 3 of Swords is what caught my eye. And the 3 of Wands is that wistful looking out. Like, when's this going to end? 1, 2, 3. Let's see. You know, things always change. Page of Wands. The Hanged Man, asking you to look at something from a different perspective. And that Victory card wanted to come out earlier. And beneath the deck, the 5 of Swords again. Maybe the advice is that you need to walk away. So we get the Page of Wands. I'm just trying to think of what the Page of Wands is. Well, you are the Queen of Wands, and then you get 3 Wands cards here. So there's a lot of potential for a lot of action around you, like creativity. So perhaps you're quite creative. But the Page of Wands suggests Like a new beginning? Yes. I feel like, well, let me say first, I think that you need to do this. Just spend some time in suspension, lying, maybe in your meditations, lie down. Picture yourself as the hanged man, upside down. If you can, if you're a yoga person, do your headstands and imagine yourself as the hanged man, you know, and just allow what wants to come. Because I think that and looking at this from a different perspective, I think that there's a huge lesson in this, and it's leading to victory, you know, but you create that victory. So I see you as a strong actor in this. First, I feel like you need to acknowledge your creative ability with the Page of Wands. There's a need to stand up for yourself, for your beliefs. I think that you're standing up for yourself is with you. You need to honor this. Okay. I think that this is what I'm seeing, you have already created something. You've been creating something. And perhaps there's been conflict around it, or you have felt betrayed, or you have felt lost or like hurt in this process. You felt there wasn't balance, that there was dishonesty. You know, it just didn't work out the way you felt it should work out. Group 3. But there's something you need to look at from a different perspective. Like something you think hasn't worked out or didn't work out is in fact leading to victory. Maybe in something new, or maybe in the same thing. But there's a couple of things here. First, I think you need to acknowledge that you did something beautiful, that you created something. You know, with that wand is full of shoots. So they might not have borne fruit yet, but they are there, they are latent, right? But maybe just at a beginning stage. And this, for me, is saying stand up, have the courage to stand up for yourself, believe in yourself against whatever the odds might seem like. And somehow that it feels like that's then your ticket to victory. I don't know. But I feel like you need to be working with the hanged man group. That turns out okay. So I feel like it's about trusting yourself, honoring what you've worked hard on, and being your own protector, being your own defender. Defend what you have worked for. There's this victory card there, this promise of victory. Whatever you do, there's victory in the end. That's what it's saying to me. But start with that. Okay, beloveds, yours might be shorter, but it seems quite straightforward. I hope that it's not been too painful, but look at these last cards. Please share your feedback. I'd love to hear. I send you lots of love for the week ahead, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 4. I'm doing your reading first today. Beneath the deck, you have the Page of Swords. So I'm thinking there might be something to do with communication or a lack of communication around you, or the need for communication. You have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So, and with the Queen of Cups, so group 1, group 4, you chose the Queen of Cups. And sorry, I should have just spoken about that briefly. And you chose, and it was with rose quartz. So it is possible this is around love, given that you've chosen the Queen of Cups. I think you would be drawn to her, to the Queen of Cups, because of something to do with something that's close to you emotionally, that you're emotionally attached to. Let's put it that way. These cards are big, so I will just keep trying to show them to you. So you have here the 9 of Cups. So it's about, that's the wish card. Yeah, I thought you had the star. That's the wish card. It's like feeling quite, that your wishes have come true. You can see the genie there. It's like either some wish has just come true, or there's a wish that you feel is about to come true. You have it with the 4 of coins in the reverse and the 9 of wands. So these are 2 9s and there's a 4 in between. So the 4 tells me about stability. So there's a lack of stability. Something's unstable. Perhaps there's a wish you are trying to manifest. There's something that you're asking for, you're working for, you want to come in. But maybe it's come in, but you haven't yet seen, it hasn't anchored in yet with the 4 of wands, the 4 of coins there in the reverse. And what this card, the 9 of wands, is telling me that you need to, it's almost like you need to stand up for that wish. Yeah. The 9 of wands always speaks to me about all the hard work you've put in, and that don't let those be a burden. Don't see those as burdens. Don't see all the trials and tribulations as burdens. Rather see them as your treasures, because they are. And in this card, it's so much in this deck, reminds me so much of the 7 of wands, which is that about standing up for yourself against whatever comes your way. It really does remind me of the 7 of wands there. So there's some wish that perhaps hasn't anchored, and yet the message here, the message is telling me that you need to stand up for that wish. It's like, don't give up on that thing. You know, you get the rebirth card here, the King of Wands, and the Temperance card, the card of balance. You've got 3 major arcana, and they are beautiful cards. Here, all 3 of them are upright. So that's the card of rebirth, of judgment, of assessment, of I like here that it has the 2 flags there, like peace between different things. But this is about rebirth. So look, I feel you might be this King of Wands here, feeling unmotivated about something. It's like this wish of yours maybe hasn't, it doesn't seem to be everything you hoped it would be. So you worked hard for something, it came to be, and it's almost like you're feeling a bit dissatisfied, possibly, with the outcome, or what you think is the outcome. And I feel like it's not the outcome, it just is a place in the journey. What the judgment cards here tells me that perhaps you'll get the sense of rebirth with this thing. You know, what I'm getting is that what you put in, you will get out. And perhaps with the balance card here, just having these cards opposite each other like this gives me a sense that you are coming into balance over this thing, that this thing will come into balance. Possibly you've been unsure about it, but let's see how the reading carries on. You know, sometimes something else is revealed. So I feel you might be this King of Wands feeling demotivated or depressed, maybe even a little, maybe feeling like, oh wow, I put all my work into this, it hasn't come to anything. I think what you are being told is trust in the process, that there is judgment is also about a change. It is a rebirth. Now, the rebirth might be in your way of thinking. It might be because you realize that whatever is going on, this process is teaching you this, a way of being balanced. Do you know? Not nothing in excess. We need excess sometimes, I think. Just as we need frugality sometimes, or that the hermiting, we also need the gregariousness, the partying. Some of us need that, you know? So, but there's something in here, in this, that is about you coming to a place of temperance, of patience, of trusting the process, of knowing that all whatever's going on, you are learning about this harmony within, and this harmony, this balance in this particular situation. Because I think that this temperance is the big lesson here, and it's the big teacher. So let's see where this leads to. You have a lovely card as the last card, and that's the Sun. That's reminding you as the King of Wands. I feel like it's related to that wish. The King of Wands is like feeling dissatisfied, but there's some joy that's come out of this wish fulfillment. Might not have been anchored yet, but there's so much joy or lessons learned or something beautiful that's come out of this wish fulfillment. In fact, I think that this card is saying just have some fun. Don't take everything too seriously. You have the Five of Coins in reverse and the King of Swords. That's interesting, right? King of Swords in reverse. Your choice of card is the Queen of Cups. And then you get two kings, both in reverse. It could be saying, wow, you know, a picture's forming, so I'll put that up, right? Anyway, the Five of Coins is talking to me about you feeling like a little bit like an outsider. Maybe you're feeling like spirit or your higher self has let you down, taken you down the wrong path. That's the feeling I'm getting. But there's so much positive in this reading that outweighs any negative feelings. I feel like the Queen of Cups here is very much related to the Temperance card for you, although interestingly enough, that is a fire sign. This represents Sagittarius, but I don't think it represents Sag in this. I think that it represents this lesson or journey that you're on about emotional balance. That's what I think is going on. I think that your extremes are in your masculine, your head games, your masculine games of head and passion. So I feel like you are using right brain thinking and right brain ways, like masculine ways in approaching whatever it is you're approaching. So even your creativity is structured. And possibly you are a fire sign with a lot of air. So everything is air for you. It's like it must be structured, it must be made sense of kind of thing. Let me do my sums on this. Do you know, something like that? And yet I feel like your strength for the week ahead, at least, is in using your emotional feminine strength. That's the nurture of cups. You know, she has more fluid boundaries, especially in this situation. You're more gentle, you're pouring more love on it. You're not putting blocks up, which I feel maybe you've been doing with this situation, whatever it might be. Very interesting, beloveds, very interesting. Huh. I love this. I love this. You're on a really lovely little journey, even if it might feel irritating or unpleasant at times, or confusing. I think maybe confusing is the word. So you have this wish fulfillment, and I'm going to clarify for this, because I would like to know where it stands in your thing. To me, it's almost like a wish has come true. A wish has come true. You might not see it. It's like maybe something that you wanted to do, maybe a course you wanted to do, something you'd always, maybe you started your own business, maybe you wanted that person and you got that. And now, whatever that thing is not coming easily or just flowing in exactly the same way you wanted it to flow, which brings me back to those definites. I feel like maybe these have been your barriers. They've been definites. Definite creativity must be like this. Stuff must work. But so it hasn't worked that way. And you know, the thing about the Judgment card, and so you're feeling a little bit left out in the cold, and I think you're feeling left out in the cold by yourself, your inner spirit, your inner knowing. You're questioning all of that, you know, beloveds. Questioning your faith, questioning what you believe in, maybe even. But you know, with the Judgment card there, I think, even though this feels confusing, you're probably going through a renewal and a rebirth of something. You know, Judgment wipes the slate clean in a way. But Judgment also talks about doing some reflection. So maybe you don't know it, but I feel like you are going through a time of deep introspection, and you're uncovering some aspect of yourself that has found balance or finding balance, even if you didn't know it. This, whatever's been going on, has been a lesson in finding that temperance, that flow, that place of this, I don't know how else to describe it, you know, beautiful, of harmony, of using the forces. So my take on this harmony or balance, I feel like our journey is towards balance, you know, but my take on it is that we don't find complete balance. Like, it's more, we find harmony, which is that infinity. And that is, for me, finding the balance between the different forces. And those forces might be different at different points. Like, I know I use the divine masculine and feminine because I think they are very powerful archetypes, and they are things we can relate to. But I feel like they are energies within us. And at different points, we might need more of one or the other. And our balance might be a little bit of this and a little bit more of that, you know? In this case, I feel like your divine masculine sword energy, which is your analytical side, and your creative side, are a little bit out of balance, perhaps because you've tried to be too domineering about either one of them. Think about that. My creative, it's something like this. Creativity means this. Something works this way, you know? And therefore, there's no other way this can work. Something like that. There's too much logic and dogma in your thinking and maybe in your actions. That's what I'm saying. foreseeing here. And the result is that you're feeling a lack of trust in your creativity and your intellect in a way. Somehow I feel you need to be more in this gentle energy of the Queen of Cups. Even if you are a gentle soul by nature, that all it means is right now that's the energy you are needing, and don't be afraid of it. I think that sometimes gentle souls are often mistaken with weak. That's just bullshit. I think that in order to be a gentle soul navigating this path, you have to be super strong, even stronger than those that present as, the bravado doesn't mean strength, and gentleness doesn't mean weakness. So even if you're a gentle soul right now, you are, it's safe for you to be gentle with your emotions and emotionally, maybe a little bit vulnerable, maybe not so much, maybe a bit vulnerable, in the sense that it's about opening your heart. Because I guess you have these lovely, powerful cards going with you, you can be gentle and vulnerable while super, super strong with this Nine of Wands. And this is absolutely standing up for to me, it's saying that don't let go of your vision. Don't think that this is, stand up, have the courage to stand up for what you believe in. And I'm just thinking now with the Judgment card, I think that this is a time of you saying, what is it that I believe in? Of maybe doing a little bit of a roll call, of like an assessment of where you are in your journey and what that means. But you have this, but what I feel is going on is that you are finding balance, and there's sun all around you. You might not see it at the moment, but there's a lot of joy. The sun is also about innocence. So there's a lot of positive going on around you, beloved group, for whatever this is. I feel it's blessed. Please don't quote me on that, because I really don't like to give definites, right? Because we have so much agency. But from what I'm seeing, whatever this path is that you're on, the cards have the sun. I mean, you can't get more blessed than the sun or the star, right? Those are the two such beautiful, happy cards. And you've got the sun in the upright. So it's like the sun is looking over this situation. Plus you have the balance card, the harmony card, the card of finding harmony, and also of patience, beloveds. That's the other thing. I think that patience is in order. I think that's a strong message here, as being patient, but also having the courage to stand up for yourself. I want to get a card just specifically for that Nine of Cups. And then I'll get cards for the reading, right? Wow, you get the Eight of Cups upright. Okay, so the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Wow. Sure. This tells me that you walked away from something. You walked away. You were brave. You walked away from something, a way of thinking, a project, a relationship, a job, and you went to make your wishes come true. And what I feel is that your wishes, it's a weird thing that I'm feeling, is that your wishes are coming true. They have come true because you are doing that thing that you wanted to do, that field of study. Yes, it might not be showing up the way. Maybe there are trials in between. Maybe it's not, or that relationship. Maybe it's more bumpy than you expected. I think that you have the sun, you have the balance. You have the Judgment card. I'm getting such a powerful vibe from this. I feel like wherever this is, maybe it's in a state of stasis, and it needs the rebirth. It needs, but the lesson within right now for this week is that emotional openness, and at the same time, that strength, that inner strength to stand up for this thing. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like, okay, fast for the whole reading. Death in reverse. It ain't over. Oh, 4 of coins in reverse again. And the 9 of swords. Nice, okay. Oh, that's so interesting. Let me leave it. I'll look at what's beneath the deck. The Father of Coins. There again, a king energy in the reverse. I feel like you are needing to embrace your feminine energy more this week than your masculine. And that is doing the more gentle stuff inward, and gentle energy on whatever this is that you're working on. Gently pouring love. I think you need to wrap yourself in cotton wool the week ahead. At the same time, you need to be so strong in believing in yourself, in what is important to you. But let's see, with the Death in reverse, I feel like something you are thinking is always not your what I wanted to say with the 9s, beloveds. Your 9s are telling me you are not, your ending hasn't happened yet. Do you know, like it's almost like you are feeling like this is the end, the 9 of coins. There's some kind of thing like that, but you haven't had that ending yet. It's like you still haven't seen the fruit of your labor. You haven't seen it in its full glory in a way. So death is telling me that this journey is not over. It's like, it's continuing, like you haven't even seen. Your wish has come true in whatever you've done. You've taken the step. It is your wish come true. I hope you get what I'm saying. It's just that it hasn't shown yet. It's in the process. You are making the process. You're making that journey. You're making that wish come true. It has come true. It's beneath the surface kind of thing. It's in your actions. It's in you having done whatever it is that you've done. Oh gosh, I'm just going on and on. The 4 of coins in the reverse. I suppose that is in the center as well. It's reiterating this whole line here. About finding that balance through letting go of the dogma, letting go of being in the head. And we get here as well. We get here the 9 of swords, which is about the sleepless night. So I'm saying you can choose this ugly creature here, all those daggers in the eyes and sleepless nights, literal maybe even, or you can choose this. I'm standing up for what I believe in, because I know there are lessons in this about finding balance. My journey is about finding balance, and right now my balance lies with the Queen of Cups, just for this week ahead. Whatever's going on, there's this beautiful sun looking over. It's blessed. That's it. Even this card looks like a blessing. And the baby, the innocence, the sunflowers. Look at the hourglass. It's like saying, allow time. That's also infinity, right? Allow time to take its course, like in its right time, So you can choose this. or you can choose this beautiful energy, standing up for what you believe in, trusting that it's about finding your harmony, that if this whole process is about that, and that this whole thing is blessed. Whatever it is blessed. Do you know? If you are guided somewhere else, this is still blessed. But I feel like your message for now is, your message is that stay with it. That's what I'm getting, is like, don't give up on something that you've worked so hard for. I also think there might be something in that, in this judgment card, there's something about the judgment card that could relate to what you need to be doing in the week ahead. Like doing a little stock take, maybe. Let me get your advice. The Eight of Wands. The Star. I mentioned the Star now. Wow. Oh, man. And the Hierophant. Okay. So, this is what I'm seeing. There's this need to communicate. And I think that, I know last week I spoke about the journaling, but I feel like maybe that's where your answers are, like the stock take that you need to do. Perhaps you generally do a stock take in a very harsh way with this masculine energy, and you are being guided to do a stock take in a very gentle way, like a more loving stock take of yourself, of the situation. Do it with love. Do it surrounding yourself with this rose quartz, or imagining pink love light around you, or embodying this, this Queen of Cups, right? So just do that, beloveds, and do the stock take in that energy of what's been going on, and see what comes out for you. And I feel like the stock take can be in journaling, or whatever form you do. You might like write on pieces of paper, but there's something about communication that's important, and it's here over the judgment card. Then you have the star. It's like you are facing south and your star is north, or whatever. So in this case, don't they call it the North Star? I sometimes say the South Star, just to be salty, because that can be, you might prefer the Antarctic to the Arctic. Have I got it the wrong way around? Anyway, but so this card for me, the fact that I mentioned it and it came out, I said the two blessing cards, or the two cards, the best cards you could ask for: the sun shining on your reading, on the situation, and then the star. I couldn't ask for a better card. It's almost like this is the other wish card, the Star of Hope. It's like there's so much hope in this situation, whatever it is. So keep believing, beloveds. This damn Hierophant always throws me. But I will look at it in terms of, like with this, looking at this image. So there's a key that you are unlocking some kind of wisdom within this week ahead. Damn. Hey, and by the way, 5 and 5, you are unlocking some kind of wisdom that has to do with your balance, your harmony in this particular situation. And I think that's lovely. And I'm going to leave it there, group 4. To me, this situation is blessed. And I really feel you need to believe that. And instead of worrying about outcomes, concern yourself with the process. Do the inner judgment work, the assessment. Use the Queen of Cups as your energy, and trust that you are unlocking something regarding your balance and harmony, and know, be blessed. Blessed. You are, I feel, whatever this path is that you've chosen, you are on the right track. Okay, my darlings, my beloveds, I send you lots of love for the week ahead. I just love what the cards have to say, and I'm just so grateful for you, for being on this journey with me. I send you so much love for the week ahead, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye.